Hello, this is Weekend here, and I'm here to help you elevate your life to just getting 1% better every single day. And yeah, I'm so sorry for my voice. I have been sick all weekend, and yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to get my voice back. So if you have any tips on that, please let me know, because I've had this voice for the last couple of days and I'm tired of it. But yeah, besides that, let's get into this week's video, because there is a lot of things that we need to discuss, and I am so ready for this video. I've been wanting to talk about this topic for the longest time. And yeah, I thought today was actually the day we needed to do that. So this week's video is all about how our environment can actually affect the way you grow. So if you are not in an environment that uplifts you, that gives you that boost of energy to try to becoming that better versions of yourself, then you know what? It has so much impact on your self-growth. So if you find yourself trying to figure out, why is it that I'm not growing? Why is it that I'm not doing the work? I don't say that it all comes from the environment. You are 100% responsible for your own self-growth, but the impact around us definitely makes it harder. It definitely impacts you in a way where you don't find yourself growing as much as you wanted to because of that impact. First thing is, you need to realize there is different kind of types of environment that can have an effect on your self-growth. One of the biggest reasons and one of the biggest things that can have an effect on your growth is where you spend most of your time. Think about it for a second. Where do you spend your time most during the day? Is it at your workplace? Is it in school? Is it in your home? Wherever it is, you need to realize that environment affects the way you think and affects your mindset on wanting to grow and becoming that best version of yourself. So yeah, that is definitely one of the things. The second thing is that social environment that we are in. So that means the people around us, the people we surround ourselves with. It is our family, it is our friends. If you have a romantic relationship, it definitely is them as well. So the people you spend most of your time with, it could be colleagues as well if you are at work. So definitely think about it for a second. Who are the people you surround yourself with most of the day or most of the week, and just try to figure out who they are and how you feel whenever you're with them. And yeah, and another thing that can impact your self-growth is definitely the emotional environment that you are in. So are you talking badly to yourself? Do you talk to yourself in a positive note? Or do you all of that emotional, how do you feel when you are in a certain position in your life, and all of that has an effect on how you grow. And yeah, the last thing is one of my biggest things, and definitely I've said this a lot in a lot of other videos as well, but it's definitely the digital environment that you are in. So that means what you consume on social media and all of that. And another thing is the cultural environment that you are in. So that means what kind of culture or norm is in your surroundings that can affect the way you think and affect the way it impacts yourself. So yeah, let's get into everything, and let's start with this week's video. So first of all, you need to think about, there's a lot of these environment that impacts our way of thinking, our mindset, or behaviors, or how we feel. So if you do not address what kind of environment you are in, you cannot figure out how it actually impacts you. And I would definitely say most of the impacts come within our mindset. So whenever we surround ourselves with other people, or surround ourselves in a physical environment or a cultural environment, whatever it is, it affects our mindset. So if you are someone who wants to live differently than the people around you, your mindset would often get distracted because you are so used to seeing other people living their life in a normal way that you don't want to live. So that impacts your mindset, thinking that you are not the same person as them, and is it something that you are doing that is not fitting in or anything else. So you definitely need to think about how does it actually impact you surrounding yourself with in this environment that you are in? And it definitely has an impact on your behaviors as well. I would definitely say this: if you are in a cultural environment or like social environment where most of the thing you are doing is not aligning with what you want to become, well, you will find yourself trying to get out of these habits, but because all of the people you are surrounding yourself with are in these habits, you will find it harder to get out of that pattern. So definitely think about like what kind of behaviors do you take from others. And with like people always say that when you surround yourself with people, you definitely become the same persons as them. So think about it for a second. How do you feel when you're around some people, or how do you feel when in your physical environment as well, and your cultural environment? Because there's a lot of things in our cultural environment that affects the way we think and affects the way we live our life. It could be like there's been a norm that if you almost turn 30, well, you need to have everything figured out before you're 30, or then you're not normal. And all of that, or you need to find the love of your life before you turn 30 because that's what's normal, and you need to get married, you need to have kids, all of that before you're 30. And if you don't do that, well, then you're not like everybody else. And I definitely think that is one of the things that can affect your life as well, because you would be so focused on things that you don't actually want. Because if you are someone who just wants to grow personally and build things up that you definitely dream of, and you're just surrounding yourself with a culture that doesn't necessarily support that, it will hinder you from that self-growth. So you need to really reflect on what kind of what kind of social environment are you in, what kind of cultural environment are you in, and what kind of physical environment are you in, to just figure out where does it actually start and what does it actually do on your self-growth. Besides all of that, let's get into the types of environment that you can surround yourself in. One of the biggest thing here is either you are in a supportive community or you are in a toxic community. And you need to figure out what is it that you have, who are the people or the places or like social media, like everything, what does fit into that positive and supportive community and what doesn't fit in. First of all, the people you spend your time with and the places you spend your time with, what is it that it gives you? Does it give you that support that you need to become that best version of yourself? Or are you surrounding yourself with someone who actually hinders your self-growth? Because if you are not surrounding yourself with people that aligns with the way you live, not necessarily that they have to live the same life that you want to live, they don't support the way you want to live, then it definitely doesn't give anything for your self-growth. It would definitely hinder you from growing as much as you actually want to grow. So just think about it for a second. Who do you surround yourself with? What do they give you? Like, what is it that comes from that place? Even your physical environment, like your physical space, needs to support you. And one of the biggest things I really learned is that sometimes people, they see you as the person when you first met you, and if you met your friends in early 20s or even before that, when you were in that position, they want to see you in that position as well. So they have a hard time seeing you grow. Whenever you come and say to them that I want to grow and become this version of myself, they will always think back on what is that you were before, and that has an impact and effect on you as well, because it will hinder you. Unless you surround yourself with people that already see this person of yourself, already see that you could become so much more, and they just try to push you in that direction. Like one of the things that helped me was I spent most of my time at home, so I wanted to do all of that work to just try to figure out how do I become that best version of myself. And whenever I had that, like my physical space needed to be in a space where I can actually do that. So I needed to surround myself in a home where it gives me that, instead of being in a home where it doesn't aligns with what I want to live. And your physical space can also be, if you are in a cluttered space, if you are in a space where it's not clean, it's not like healthy, it's not like you're not decluttering things that you don't need anymore, it just has such a big impact on many people, and I don't think everybody knows that. So if you want to eat healthy but all you have in your drawers are snacks, well, how do you expect yourself to eat healthy? So you need to figure out like how to declutter your space to give that space an uplifting way to live your life. So you need to have a space in your home or anywhere to just figure out this is something that uplifts you. And another thing is that the culture we are in, I am definitely in a culture where it's, if you don't have a job that is 9 to 5, you don't have a life. Like it definitely is like that, because it's not normal to not fit in. And I have seen this a lot, and for me it was really difficult to just try to take that step, because I didn't want to live that normal life. I knew that I wanted to do something better for myself. I knew that I wasn't just that normal person, that I wanted to do videos for you guys and all of that. And just trying to be in a culture where it's not normal, that can definitely hinder you as well. So if you are in a culture where it doesn't support you, well, you need to figure out that that has an impact on you as well. So if you can't take a step away from it and be yourself, well, it will impact the way you think. The culture could also be that you need to have it all figured out by 30. If you don't have that, well, where do you go in life? And all of that pressure as well is something that comes from the norms and culture that you are in. And you know what? First of all, you don't need to have it all figured out before you're 30. There's no deadline. You still have a life after 30, so remember that. So you don't have to have it all figured out before that, but it's typically that the norm is that you get married, you have kids, all before you're 30. But if that's not what you want to do, you need to really think about like how do you get yourself away from that environment and that mindset and try to build your own. Like that could be one of the reasons that affect the way you grow, because you want to build something in your life, but the community you are in or the culture you are in are telling you, well, you have to get married, and that could set boundaries, because then you will try to, let's say that you haven't found your loved one yet, then it will pressure you to try, and that all you need to do is find that person, and then you forget everything about yourself and what kind of things you want to do in life as well. Just think about for a second, what is it that it gives you? What kind of environment are you in? What is it that uplifts you? Like, what is it that gives you that boost to becoming that best version of yourself that you want to become? And just think about it for a second. What is it that is pulling you back? Because a lot of friendship is, especially friendships that you have been friends with for your whole life or anything like that, you're like for the longest time, sometimes people just push you back more than they want to see you grow and want to see you in that better position. So try to figure out, who do you spend your time with? Like, how do they live their life? Because most of the time, if you surround yourself with people that live the life that you so much desire, well, you will become that person, because you surround yourself with people that already lives like that. If you surround yourself with people that are nowhere near that, are not even planning on going that place, then you will have a harder time to get out of that rut. Improve yourself, because all you see is them being in that place and not wanting to be better. So yeah, just think about it for a second, because it definitely has an effect on your self-growth. As always, I will give you some strategies to work on this and how you can do this on a daily basis, just trying to figure out to take yourself away from all of that, and what can you actually do to improve your improve your environment that you surround yourself in. The first thing is, I already said that try to reflect on what is it that gives you something and what is it that does not give you anything. Environment, find the people in your life, reflect on the people you surround yourself with, reflect on all the places you are on your daily basis, weekly basis, whatever it is, where you spend your time, and reflect on what is it that you see on your social media and what is it that what kind of culture are you in? And yeah, just try to reflect on those and try to figure out what is it that gives you something that improves your self-growth and what is it that hinders you. The first thing you can definitely do, and the easiest thing that you could start with, is trying to create a physical space in your life where you are organized and decluttered the things that doesn't no longer support you and gives you that energy boost. So try to think about it. Focus on finding a space that gives you peace. For me, it was definitely my home. Whenever I started moving into my apartment, I started to create this home that would make it so aesthetically pleasing for everybody else. But what I've realized was it doesn't feel like home to me. So I changed it up. I tried to declutter things that I know this is not me. This is not aligning with the lifestyle I want. This is not aligning with the person I am. So I decluttered things and tried to come back to things where now I can see a little bit of myself in my apartment. I can see myself in this apartment. It gives me the peace. It makes me feel like this is home. So yeah, so try to figure out that as well. Figure out what can you do in your physical space that actually improves your self-growth. That is definitely where you can start. And the second thing is you need to surround yourself with positive people. You need to build relationships, healthy relationship with people around you that support you, that gives you that energy, that boosts yourself, that gives you that confidence boost. And choose people around you that inspire you, that educate you, that can help you become a better version of yourself. Because if you surround yourself with people that are not trying to work on themselves, are not trying to build something for yourself, or not inspire you, well, how do you expect to grow? Because you see those people and you want to become something, but all you hear about is not something that doesn't inspire you. They don't give you that energy. If you surround yourself with people, you need to surround yourself with people that gives you something. So take a step back from people that are toxic. Take a step back from people that doesn't encourage you, that doesn't give you anything. If you are surrounding yourself with people that doesn't align with the lifestyle that you want to live, take a step back. I mean it, take a step back, because they are not gonna give you anything. And I know it's gonna sound hard, and I know it's gonna be hard to take that step back, because yeah, you're so used to these people, but in the end, does it really give you anything? Are you happy whenever you go from that place? Think about it. And the last thing is, I have said this so many times, and I'm still gonna say it always, is figure out what kind of thing you see online, the thing you see online, the things you watch, the things you see on TikTok, the things people you follow on social media. Like, if it drains you whenever you are scrolling through social media, if it drains you, why is it that you're still doing that to yourself? It doesn't give you anything. Surround you. Just try to build, even on, like, what I always thought is, like, if it's hard for you to find people in your around you that are aligning with that, the easiest thing you can do for yourself is finding them on social media. You can find people that inspire you on social media, that educate you, that gives you that need in your life that you want to become. Because even your friends around you doesn't necessarily have to be it, but you can find these people online. There's a lot of people online that are so inspiring, that gives you so much more energy that it drains you. So if you're watching people that drains you, think about it for a second. So why are you following them? Why are you still keeping up with their videos and their posts and whatever they are posting? Like, why are you still doing that? What really worked for me, and I cannot say this enough, and I've always said it in my last videos as well, like, what really works for me is nature. Connect yourself with nature. It gives you so much peace. It gives you so much energy, just going outside, smelling the grass. This is gonna sound crazy, but just smelling the grass, it just gives you that energy. It reduces your stress, it clears your mind, it gives you a new perspective. Like whenever I'm stressed, whenever I have a lot on my mind, the first thing I think about is that I want to go outside. I want to go to the beach. I want to sit around in nature, in a park, and just surround myself and just think about it for a second. Just think about what it is that is going on. Why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling? Like just to have a perspective on myself, to just trying to figure out what is it that I'm not doing right now. Try to do that. Surround yourself with people that are positive. Surround yourself in an environment where you feel peaceful. Surround yourself with nature that gives you that energy, that gives you that peace, and try to push you in that direction to becoming that best version of yourself. Because if you want to grow in life, if you want to become better, you can't surround yourself with people's environments. Like you can't surround yourself in an environment that doesn't give you that doesn't align with the life you want to live. As always, I always end my video with some practical things that you can do to just implement in your daily routines or something like that, that you can improve your way of finding an environment that actually inspire you to grow. There is a lot of things in journaling. I always say, I've said this for the last couple of videos as well, journaling really makes a lot of difference, because try to sit and reflect on your life and figure out what is it that your environment are giving you. How does it affect your mood? How does it affect your lifestyle? Does it affect your habits? Does it affect the way you want to grow in life? Does it affect your dreams? Because some of us are out here having big dreams and we are in an environment that doesn't align with that. And it's gonna affect you. It's gonna affect your dreams. And just think about it for a second, write it down, figure out what is it in your environment that gives you that energy, and what is it that doesn't give you that energy. And the second thing you can do is declutter your space. Just declutter it. Find a space in your home or your workplace, your school, like anything. Find something, declutter, and I have always said this, sometimes all you need is a good reset. All you need is a good reset, because that gives you that new energy, that gives you that energy you want to become better. Whenever I declutter my space or just try to clean out something, like it could be a wardrobe, it could be anything, whatever it is, whenever I do that, it gives me some kind of new energy. It uplifts me in some kind of way. I don't know how to say this, but it just does. It's the feeling that you did something for yourself. The next thing I want you guys to do, and this is definitely gonna be the hardest one for many of you, and I know this, I've been there myself. Try to find out what is it that your social environment gives you. Are you surrounding yourself with people that actually support you? Are you surrounding yourself with people that actually give you that energy that you want? Are you surrounding yourself with people that actually pushes you in a direction where you want to grow? Are you surrounding yourself with people that aligns with your lifestyle? Or are you surrounding yourself with people that doesn't support you, that doesn't give you anything, that doesn't have the same energy that you have? Are they not living the same life that you want? Are they doing things that you don't really want to be a part of? Things you surround yourself with, the people you surround yourself with, it needs to align with your personal growth. If you are someone who wants to personally grow, become a better version, the people around you, the environment you are living in needs to align with it. If it doesn't align with your personal growth journey, it will never push you in the right direction. Just remember that. This was a tough one, I would definitely say, because there's a lot of things in our environment that we have been so used to for so many years, and suddenly you need to think about it, reflect about it, and actually have some thoughts that you are a little bit scared to have. And I would just say one thing: if you don't have these thoughts, if you don't reflect on it, you will never see the effect that it actually has on you. You will never realize the effect and the negative impact it actually has on you. I will bet you that there is something in your life that doesn't align with the life you want to live. And I know it's gonna be hard. All you need to realize is that if you want something in your life, no matter what, no matter who, it shouldn't be in the way. It shouldn't be in the way of your life, of your dreams, of the way you want to live your life. That was it for this week's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please remember to leave it a thumbs up. I just wanted to know from you guys, is there anything in your life that you know that doesn't give you that the right energy or the right support? Like, is there anything in your life that doesn't get aligned with what you want to live? Have you thought about it? Like, how did you get away from it, or are you still struggling with it? I would definitely want to know, because I think we can all help each other to become the best version of ourselves. If we're not surrounding ourselves in the right environment, I would definitely want this environment to be that environment that you can find your support, that can uplift you. So yeah, just let me know in the comment section, and let's help each other to become the best versions of ourselves. And you know what? You got it. I definitely know that. So trust the process, trust yourself. Just remember one thing: you are capable of a lot of things. So don't push yourself down. Be your support and be the support that you need. So yeah, that was it, and I hope to see you guys next time.